Oh, I wish I had my voice. I don't know if it's good or bad, but who knows? We'll see. As we saw today, but definitely happy to see how the guys moved around. It was 2.5 months of hard work, and we can see today that they're embracing it. They've already remembered like what our culture is. Nothing's going to change. The blueprint is the blueprint. The work's the work. It takes what it takes. Any questions? I'll try to do the best.
At this point in the season, what are some of the things you try to hone in on with the guys? Taking care of their body, but also growing their strength.
Well, I mean, it kind of just starts in January. I mean, everything starts with the details, the technique. We got to get them stronger. Their speed mechanics, the multi-directional speed, their footwork. And it goes with the details and accountability of dart, but it's really still just focusing on their toughness. And then when you move into a time like right now in March, it's about being relentless, injury prevention. So it's a bunch of stuff that goes into it. But right now, we just everything that we did for the 2.5 months is to get them ready for today. So that's why we're not where we need to be, but we're happy that we're on the right track. You just get them on the field, keep them on the field, and keep fighting, competing.
With that injury prevention and new guys coming in, what has been your approach to guys that are coming from different strength conditioning coaches' background, making sure that they don't get injured and they're well when it comes to learning the new things that you have?
You can only have so much, slow time with them, but they go through a lot of tests when they come here. And so we already have an idea like what they need to work on. It's really just get them to buy into the culture, because our culture is who we are. And that's the most important part. And then once they have no choice really. It's like this is who we are. But once they start to get it, adapted to it, then we find out we get them so many times extra that we could do extra things with them to just hopefully eliminate any issues that could come up at a time like this.
Have there been any players that stood out to you, during this particular off-season program? I like the way he put on, I like the fat he trimmed, I like the muscle that he gained. Just anybody that comes to mind in particular.
It's such a phenomenal question, but it's very hard to answer. As a whole, everybody just improved. Everybody was hungry. It's hard to just pick one that really just stood out. A lot of the old linemen got really slim. Decreased their body fat. A lot of the D tackles got more explosive and gained weight. Our wide receivers, their movement, DBs, their movement got better. I think for me, it's always about toughness and trying to train to be a champion. I guess I'll give you two. Tank was unbelievable as far as leadership role. Derek McDonald was also phenomenal. Dan Villari, even though he's fighting that injury, man. Nothing stopping him. But overall, every position, the guys, you could just tell. They're hungry to find a championship, and that's how they all worked.
Can you speak to how important your role is to the success of the teams? Not many people know. The strength coach is normally the first assistant to be hired because they mean that much to the program. Can you speak a little bit?
Well, you spend majority of the time with them more than anybody, and I'm very humble, but it is an important job because you're trying to make sure the guys take on the identity of the head coach, and to have dart and CCT, it's like they learn it in the weight room, and you get tough in the weight room, you get tough in the mat drills. So it's like we're behind the scenes, no one cares. Someone would probably see this interview and be like, it's the strength coach, go to the next. But it's like a lot of work that happens in the dark is what everybody doesn't see. But those are the reasons why we do what we do and why we find success. And we're big on being able to handle the darkness, embracing it, and improving yourself once the light comes on. So relationship-wise, training-wise, it's a lot of responsibility. I'm just glad God blessed me here and Fran gave me this chance because guys have gelled together pretty well with us too. So it's a special job, man. Unknown, and it's okay.
Coach, what are some of those little pieces, things that you've learned in your journey that you feel like have become the big things when you're putting a team together and making sure that they have what they need to be healthy throughout the season?
Are you talking from a culture standpoint, or are you just talking from a physical measure standpoint?
Culture and physical, kind of maybe some of those things that have just stuck with you.
The training's the training. Those things really don't change as much. Obviously training age it does, but you always look at the culture and you just see people make you powerful, and we're getting a lot of great things over there. The facility's beautiful, but it's the people behind it and those relationships and the influence that you have with the players. And as you get older in this, man, you just see really the true importance of it. And if you can relate to a kid, you can influence a kid. If you can influence a kid, then you can get him to do anything as far as the physical training. And the staff I get to work with, Jordan Barber, Nick Roget, William Hicks. Everybody should know William Hicks. He's back in the weight room now. So just us four, everybody has their own area. And I've learned you got to let people be experts in what they do. They're strong where I'm weak at. And if we can all come together and help these players, it's been a good learning journey, but we're starting to see the success in these guys, and the guys are buying in. Got to get them to buy in. You got to explain the why. So my career's changed a lot. I don't want to bore people with a 10-minute answer.
How important has the new facility been for you and your staff?
Well, we were blessed. We got basically the same building, but basically a new weight room. Spent a lot of money to get the top of the line equipment in. So if you're going to get top of the line people to come here and play, and you want a top-notch performance, you got to train them with the top-of-the-line equipment. So we it helps us a lot, because the way we train our guys, we focus on mental, physical toughness, and machines that we have really focus on that, but also just the physical development of speed, explosiveness, strength. We got basically everything we need to get these guys where they need to be.
Good.
Thank you so much, guys.